I just
breaker?
yeah.
Just a minute long, so that's the only thing that you need to optimize. I did. I did. I just said hello, and you said hello, and then I just hung up. Oh, you did. You said hello, and you said hello. I heard you say hello. And then, when does the Tombstone event end, by the way?
Endwalker.
I do want the jacket. How do I get the jacket? Like,
You
how
have a blue
hard is it to
mage.
farm the Tombstone?
Very fast.
What level is your blue mage?
Even if it's
0.
level 0,
1.
it's very fast.
How do I do it?
You queue up for any of the things that give tombstones until you have 50 of them.
What's the one that gives the most?
I mean, the fastest is doing Bahamut as blue mage. You can also do MSQ roulette or rival wings or frontline.
I'll do frontline.
I don't know if rival wings will still have queues this late into the event though.
Frontline gives you, right? But how much does frontline give you?
3 to 5, depending on if you win or not.
3 to 5? How many do you need? Like fucking
50?
100?
No, just 50, I think.
100?
Hello.
It's not that many.
I have to play like 10...
Rival wings
30
will
games?
probably be faster than frontline. But, yeah.
God damn!
Or just do MSQ roulette.
How many does that give you?
7 or 10, depending on which one you get.
God damn, that's like 30 minutes for 7 to 10.
Hey, queue up, go AFK. If you get kicked, repeat.
Is there any other way?
Yes, there's quite a few of them. You can go on the event page.
Can you do unsynced and can it give
No.
you things?
Hello.
Fuck. Just be synced.
Are you sure I have to do the explanations?
Yes.
It's okay, my drug showed up.
Wait, I'm very confused.
Yeah.
Like, how do you earn these smog tombstones quickly
You-
and fast?
Crusader,
Mage.
oh my god.
You play blue mage and spam the hell out of turn 2.
How
Alright,
long does
time
that
to
take?
read word for word off of Cherry's
like-
script.
It should be like less than a minute per run, and it's 2 tomes each, or 3 tomes each.
3 tomes?
Yeah, in
But
less
don't
than
they
a
only
minute.
accept blue mages? That's sad.
Sometimes they accept like 1 tank or ranged to give Peloton, but you need like 7 blue mages to get it consistent.
God damn it. I should have them. I don't think I
think
deleted any ultimate
I think
markers.
I saved some. This one, right?
These are Crusaders.
Wait, I want to try my markers out. Huh.
Why is 4 so crooked? I'm triggered.
I'm sorry. I copied them off of a rando in PF.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some coffee and then you can take time to explain things. Or do you want me to explain static thing first? Okay. Welcome. Is Top Karen bootcamp that we've
I'm doing
organized.
this against my will. Crusader held a gun to my head.
It's
Send
a
help.
bootcamp. It's not for just 4 of you. It's also for her. So it's like
Send
5
help.
member bootcamp. So our goal is definitely clear before Walker. Nonetheless, um, as much as possible, I like to get it done ASAP. Then get a one or two reclears if you like, and if it's a little too tight on time or how we see fit, we'll just stop at one. But hopefully one or two reclears. But that's the goal, right? That's the goal. And Walker, but presumably in about 2 to 3 weeks is where I expect to clear. So that just means you need to study that much more. Every session will have Karen explain upcoming few mechanics, and then once we get to that phase consistently, then we'll stop. Karen will explain a few more mechanics, and then we'll just go from there. However, before you come to a session, I'll assign you what to read, what to expect, and stuff to study and watch out for before you come to read and keep in mind. And then Karen will more like shot calling and give you more precise information on how to handle certain stuff. I'll give you the general gist of how mechanics work, and that's mostly done on Discord, right, before race sessions. Okay, so that being said, Uwu is pretty easy ultimate, mainly because damage check is not that high. Only thing is you don't die. If you greed and you die, the likelihood of us not clearing gets higher, like exponentially, compared to you stopping to do mechanics and just not pressing any buttons. Bear in mind, right? Our goal is to clear ASAP, not to optimize as we go through. It's more like we'll see how fast we can get it done with. First, so it's broken into 4 phases. We have our 3 primals, Garuda, Ifrit, Titan, and then we have our Ultima phase. The first 3 phases, the primal phases, I consider that, or everyone considers the easiest part of the fight. It's, if I was to give it a percentage, the 3 primals included are, I'll say, makes up 30% of the whole fight. Not length-wise, but difficulty-wise. However, Titan is so-called the quote-unquote the gatekeeper of Ulu, so we will be wiping there quite often there. Let's keep that in mind. Not that much. It's a lot of independent responsibility compared to in Savage, where it's stack spread. You have to go here, stand there, stack marker, spread marker, drop this there, drop that there. It's more like when the mechanic happen, you're on your own. If you fail, you die. That's it. And depending on where you die, it usually causes a wipe or it doesn't. But usually, as a DPS, it shouldn't cause a wipe, but that's how it works. So it's literally a mechanic will happen. You have to dodge it. If you can't dodge it, or if you get server tick, you just die. That's it. Mechanics are done in a group. Like group mechanics are done in a group, so it's handle it as a group, and then there's a lot of individual mechanics cause that goes on. So you need to know exactly what you're doing. That's the more important part, is you need to know exactly what you're doing, or as much as you can. That's about it for static wise. There'll be a lot of memorization. Although Karen will call out most mechanics, you are expected to know it beforehand. And then all the jobs you play, every one of the members, Karen, Crawley, and Cherry plays those jobs, so feel free to ask. I believe they've all played the jobs in Hulu, so you can feel free to ask about rotation, feel free to ask about movement, etc., etc.
I almost drank my fucking salt water again.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, Karen, you can
Okay.
and explain all the mechanics. Today will be more introduction, so we'll do maybe some Garuda. Oh, I expect to get to Ifrit, and then we won't fill all 3 hours. We'll do how far we can get, and then once I'm happy, we'll call it for tonight. Since I didn't give you much to prepare anyway, so. Yep.
I'm a nerd, so I studied that.
Nice, perfect. That means I can say less shit. Okay. What's it called? I'll probably mostly talk about what the DPS are doing. There's stuff tanks and healers do, and I'll mention it when it's relevant, but if you want to know that stuff, you can look it up outside of Raid or something. Okay. What? They don't need to know about it. Yeah, and I skimmed the parts that didn't seem important. They'll get skimmed through because they don't seem important. Cherry, I appreciate the effort. Would you like me to read it word for word instead? Well, if they want to understand the entire fight, they can look at the parts they don't understand outside of Raid. Okay, start a fight. We pull the boss. There's a slipstream. Stand behind the boss. If you stand in front of the boss, you will die. And then there'll be a tank thing that shoots out towards B. Don't stand near B. Stand on the left of the boss or behind the boss, and then after that, the boss will go over to D. This is where the first things that any of you care about will happen. So there'll be 5 ads that spawn. There'll be 1 spiny plume that spawns right on top of Garuda, and then 4 satin plumes that tether 1 to each of the DPS, and they'll come in. The satin plumes, if we don't kill them, will sleep everybody, which essentially just means we'll wipe. So we're gonna wait a minute for Frawley to get aggro on the spiny, so don't AoE literally instantly, but after about a GCD, you can go ahead and start AoEing. AoE down the spiny plume and the satin plumes. What's it called? Don't kill the spiny plume too fast. I'll call out to be careful on it, but don't hard AoE it so that it dies because it needs to give stacks of thermal load to Frawley for the awakening mechanic. Very basics, all 3 of the primals have a way to awaken them, which gives us an extra LB for Ultima. I will explain them sort of to the degree that you need to know them, but in Garuda, the thermal low is the awakening mechanic, cleansing it various ways. So, start a fight, hit boss, move over towards D, AoE plumes, don't kill the spiny. After that, at some point, Garuda will scream. Every single time Garuda screams, you need to move to be not where you were standing. It'll be like a twister or stepped ladder if you've seen either of those. Basically, AoEs will go beneath some of the people that snapshot or that target when the scream happens. So when you hear the scream, move away from where anybody was standing. It's nice to stay stacked for those so that there's not AoEs in random places where nobody's expecting them. If you get hit, you will probably die. About when Garuda jumps away and does that is when we can actually kill the spiny plume. Like I said, Frawley's trying to get 2 stacks of thermal low. I'll call out when to kill it. And when that dies, it makes a big AoE that you do not want to stand in the AoE explosion. Then it leaves behind a nice AoE circle that you do want to stand in. Usually that'll be right here between C and D. So the entire party stands in the circle, at which point Frawley will go into the circle to cleanse his 2 stacks and start the awakening process. This is where most of the awakening stuff happens. After this, Garuda will do 2 frictions. The first friction, anybody that's not in the circle will get a thermal low whenever the friction hits them. Anybody that's in the circle will not. If you go into the circle with a thermal low stack, it cleanses it. For our purposes, the first friction, Frawley, Amanda, and June will get hit by, so the circle will spawn, we'll all stand in the circle, Frawley will come into the circle, and then just when I say melee's out, Frawley, Amanda, and June take 1 step out of the circle. The friction's a very small AoE, so if you're like all the way across from the boss or something, it's not going to actually hit you. You want to stay right next to the group so that it does actually hit everyone in the group. After the first friction, then everyone will come out, and everyone else will get 1 stack. Those are being used for the rest of Garuda and also some of Ultima. After that, we need to cleanse the stacks in order to actually awaken Garuda. So, one by one, each of the melees will just step back into the puddle, cleansing the 2 stacks, just like Frawley does at the start of the puddle appearing, which will give Garuda a stack and do some damage. I'll call it out, but yes, after you cleanse, you can get positions. And if anybody has questions throughout this, you can either ask or save them till the end. Just as soon as frictions are done, you can get positionals, and then once you cleanse, you can obviously be either in or out of the circle as you want. So cleanse order, we'll put June first and then Amanda. I will call out the cleanses as much as I can, but generally, just wait until people have health and then go in. It does a lot of damage, so if you both do it immediately together, then everyone dies. After the cleanses, she'll scream again and disappear. Same thing, move when the scream happens. And she'll hang out in the middle for a little bit. Once again, she will scream, at which point I'll pull Garuda towards 2. Melees, if you want to follow her and keep hitting her, you can. Ranged, you can just stay at 1. And at this point, there'll be 2 sisters that spawn on 2 of the cardinals in the arena, which Farley and I will intercept a line from. You might get a marker over your head as a DPS. Just make sure you're standing on 1. She'll also do a big circle AoE around her, Wicked Wheel. When that happens is your cue to go stand on 1, and as soon as it's done, you can go back to hitting the boss. She'll scream again right after that happens, so if you went back to hitting the boss, or if you didn't go back to hitting the boss, don't stand where other people were standing. And when you dodge out of that, do be a little bit careful. When the sisters at the Cardinals shoot their AoE that gets intercepted, there'll be a big AoE circle that stays there for a little while. So try not to dodge towards where the sisters shot their things from. Garuda will come back center. And there'll be another set of plumes to deal with. These ones, there's no spiny plume that we have to hold damage on, so this is when you spam all of your AoE and try and pad as much as possible before everyone else does. At the same time, there'll be 2 tethers east and west. The only person that has to worry about these is Eurydice. So Eurydice, when the tether spawns, you'll be grabbing the west one. Basically just step out between the Run to 1. Move. Boss is going back center. Get ready to AoE again. AoEs, then grab the tethers. Move. Make sure the plume dies. Out of the circle. Back into the circle. Doesn't matter. And enrage. Bank. There we go. We are dead.
So sit down or Sophia.
Yeah. Be careful of the first AoE. If you're getting positionals, always you want to go to the left side. And then try and AoE a little bit more on the spiny and such. Questions? Great. Remember, try and stay towards the D side. Nice, moving to D. AoEs. More AoEs. Watch spiny. Move. Kill it. Party in. Crawly in. Melee's out. Everyone out. First cleanse. Second cleanse. Very nice. Watch for scream. Move. I'm going D. Everyone center. Move. No need to hold damage at all on this one. Big AoEs. Grab tethers. Move. Get the last satin.
Unsure what I died to, though.
Watch for Ifrit. Pop sprint. B or D. B. Probably start. Knockback immune if you have it.
Do X-Ugly? What?
Vaders will be doing the far nails. I believe in
We
you.
don't know. Oh, they're okay.
Don't kill the nails yet. Kill back ones first. Back right. And front ones. No hog. Right. Vaders to B, boss between A and D.
You're baiting.
Everyone stay at 2. Everyone come to 2. Harry, I'm dying. Okay. I believe. Just keep hitting the boss here. Pop sprint. What the fuck is this?
Oh, it's not awakened. I thought I booked.
Oh. Did we not? We must have.
No.
Oh, one of the nails was. Okay.
No,
I
I
see.
didn't hit one of the nails with my second eruption because I wasn't sure
No
where to
worries.
put the third eruption.
Here we go. Popping everything. Still dead.
My eruptions were definitely off as well. First time seeing Ifrit.
Alright. Before we talk about Ifrit, Garuda questions? Or did it all seem pretty straightforward?
We wake Garuda.
Yeah, I think we did. Pretty sure we did.
Cool.
Oh, Cherry, what did the Eurydice died to?
What do you addle for Ifrit?
What do you have? What even damage is there? There is. Yeah, I do this tag usually, but you can save it. If it's not raid damage heavy usually,
Okay.
because the biggest damage is the nails. So if you want to, you could do the transition things,
Okay.
or the stack, or save it for Titan.
What's
Okay.
the stack cast called?
There's no cast, there's just a little symbol over someone's head.
That's when the triangle
Okay.
shows up.
Yeah, it's just a little red thing. People did Ifrit pretty good. So transition, Garuda will die, Ifrit will spawn somewhere, and then basically either left or right of him will be the safe spot. I'll call it out. You shouldn't have any reason to need sprint before then, so you can have sprint there always to make it comfy. So for example, if he spawns north, it'll either be B or D that's safe. You just run over there, and then everyone stand behind the boss while there's some AoEs and some tank buster stuff. First mechanic is nails. It seems like the ranged had an idea of what they're doing there, but basically you get 4 eruptions and you need 2 of them to hit each nail. You can always make your last one hit both of the front ones, just in case somebody misses one on the front ones. Cherry might have more advice on exactly how to stand, but you just kind of walk through it. At the same time, we'll be trying to get the nails low so that we can kill them quickly once they become big. Because once they become big, they get a vuln down. Generally, you will be just fine ignoring the front ones. Right, the tanks will pat on those, or maybe one of the melees can do a little bit of AoE. And then, I don't know how people do it. Cherry, you said the melees normally hit the back ones, you just make the range do it.
Which ones are the front ones and which ones are the back ones?
So,
I know 2 are far and 2 are close together.
yeah, so you've got something like this. C and D are the back ones, A and B are the front ones.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
So the boss will always get pulled to the ones that are close together, and then in this case, C and D would each be one of the baiters places to start. I assume that you guys went to different ones, but if you aren't sure who's going to which one, I would figure that out amongst yourselves. Great. I'll assume that's sorted then. Perfect. So then,
Yeah, relative west, and I got relative east. I was just going off of the material you guys posted.
yep, that works. I've actually read almost none of it. Yeah, so generally you can ignore the front nails, and then the ranged, as you're doing your baits, you can sort of hit the back ones down. And yeah, melees, if you want to tap them, you can. You don't really have to worry about the front ones. You also can probably just hit the boss instead until they're big. Do be careful if you go towards the back ones, not to get hit by Searing Wind. There's a Searing Wind healer all the way in the back, but I think that you shouldn't have a problem with that. And then... Yep. And then I'll put my really bad markers down again. So as they get big, we'll kill them in order. In this case, we kill C, D, B, A in that order. So as soon as the back ones start getting big, you can begin to kill them. You don't need to wait for all of the eruptions to be done. And at that point, everyone wants to hit them as much as possible. Okay. Those will give vulns. We don't want to kill them all at exactly the same time because then we'll die, but it's not usually a huge issue. So yeah, just DPS them down one by one. This order does matter because it affects the order of dashes later in the phase. So after that, if it disappears, comes back, does big AoE, and at that point, the boss will get pulled to whichever intercard is closest to the together nails, the front nails. So in this case, the boss would get pulled to 2. And then there'll be another set of baits that will happen, which you'll want to start over towards 1. You do the 4 baits of eruptions, same 2 ranged. So Wayne Hope and Eurydice, and then join the group over at 2, where all of the cardinals will get dashed by Ifrit. Stand there, hitting the boss for the rest of the phase, except briefly when I tell you to run places. Yeah, that's Ifrit. Well, it's a call-out mechanic. There'll be some dashes, you'll pop sprint and run. Okay, alright, fine. Okay. At some point, Ifrit will disappear again. There'll be a bunch of Ifrits outside the arena. We will go to the Ifrit that is where the last nail died. We will pop sprint and run either into the Ifrit that dashes first or 2 steps into the second Ifrit that dashes. So if we were starting at 2 here, depending on where big evil Ifrit spawns, we would either go to 3 or 4. I will call out which one. That's it. And then the boss comes back and you don't stand in front of it because it's going to cleave someone. Someone being Frawley. No, me. Someone being me. Great. Cherry, you happy now? Wow, it sounds like you're not happy now. You hate to see it. Questions? I will assume no questions, and that I'm very good at giving explanations.
Are you sucking up to the teacher?
I have no power here. Remember, don't stand near the side. Everyone a D. And start AoEing. More AoEs. Watch Spiny. And kill it now. Everyone in the circle. Crawley in the circle. Melee's out. Everyone out. Crawley, I'm bad at remembering that you want me to do the other one. First cleanse. Second cleanse. Move. Move. I'm going C for Ollie. Move. Big AoEs.
That hurt me a lot.
Move.
No bitch.
And kill Garuda.
Just lucid dreaming.
Up sprint. Look for Ifrit. D or B. B? Probably is taking this first. Knockback immune. Pulling boss to the front nails. Start killing the back ones. Back right needs a lot. Front ones. Very nice. Probably can you reprisal?
Yep.
Vaders to A, boss between C and D. Careful.
Careful.
Make sure you're still stacked up. Crusader.
Hi, Crusader.
Do you need me to call that too? Okay.
Hitting the nail with a third eruption's hard. Okay.
Are you good, Cherry?
Nail. I could do their nails. You want?
Yeah, pretty. Yeah, it's up during then.
Okay, 20. Slipstream, stay away. Moving a D. And start AoEing.
I didn't get the. Yeah, it's what?
Okay, what? Bro, like, how'd I get it?
Found it.
Damn. Moving to D. You can AoE. Watch Satin. Or watch Spiny. And kill it. Party in. Crawly in. Right, melee's out. Everyone out. First cleanse. Second cleanse. Move. Move. I'm going D. Everyone center. Move. AoE's on satin plumes. And tethers. Watch the one that's out of it. Make sure to hit that one as well. Move. Kill the satin. Kill Garuda. Here, grab the thing. Pop sprint. Look for it. A or C. C. Probably aggro. Probably aggro.
I press the stance button.
Nails are spawning. Might need to do something with baiters. Don't kill them until they're big. Yet. Fight. Fight. Oh, is it not? What? Don't we need to awaken? There's nothing to practice. Harry, I don't understand. Yeah, don't hit the nails that much. You just are getting them low. You don't need to fucking destroy them before they become big. Don't worry about it. If something goes wrong and it is not your job, simply do not think about it. Unless you know 100% you can fix it, it's not your problem. Moving to B. Do be careful getting hit by that. You can AoE. Watch Spiny. And kill it. Into the circle. Brawly in. Melee's out. Everyone out. First cleanse. Second cleanse. Nope. Nope. I'm going 8th Brawly. I run on 1. Nope. AoE's on the flute. Grab the tethers. Nope. Oh, it's already dead. Pop sprint, B or D. D. Probably this is yours. Knockback immune if it's free.
I even pressed it. It's funny.
And didn't press it fast enough for
I
Ollie.
guess not, no. I pressed it as soon as you said it.
Look at Frawley who doesn't have mana. What a loser. Remember, stay towards D. Try not to get hit by that if you can. AoEs. Watch Spiny. Kill it now. Into the circle. Crawl in. Melee's out. Everyone out. First cleanse. Second cleanse. Move. Move. I'm going C. Everyone on one. Move. Alien satin plumes. Grab your tethers. Make sure the last one dies. Very nice. And kill it. Pop sprint. Or Carifrit. A or C. A. Ollie. Barely remember shields. Knockback immune. Bullet to front nails. Team win, long cherry. Start killing back ones. More damage on nails. Toss between C and D. Baiter's on A. Team on cherry again. You're at an intercard. Steering on Crusader. We're just hanging out here. Pop sprint. It's gonna be adjust, and then we'll move one. Stop here. Stay behind the boss. Don't be in front of the boss.
I'll back up 8, I guess.
Baiters go out.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Well, someone go out and bait. End up with the group, there's gonna be a stack. Oh no, it's dead. Everyone to the wall, everyone to the wall.
Caster grabs this.
I'll reprisal here for Ollie.
Okay.
Stay behind the boss.
Oh, hey, you already see. You need to grab that.
Stay behind the boss.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yep.
C. Everyone to C. Alright, wild players stay behind. It's gonna be right. And good luck.
Hmm.
There's no calculator?
Unfortunate. Alright.
Did our teachers not provide calculators? Must we bring our own?
Cherry set up the thing or something. Monka. I'll set the thing up.
Oh. Do they have the
Bro, I don't
plugin?
even know where the fucking plug-in Everyone else can import that file into the thing. Ready check to see if people have that figured out as needed. Actually, just say something in the chat when you have it figured out. Yes, you should check the bubble that is on your name, and it should say 1, 2, or 3, I believe.
What's the list order?
Probably sent it in general chat.
Oh, general.
Yep.
I was like,
Yeah, you shouldn't have the trig one on. This one will just call out for each person. I think the benefit of this one generally is that it actually lets you prioritize melees towards the front, whereas trig is completely random. Although if I'm being perfectly honest, I have never actually used this one because I'm almost always the person with aggro. Well, I do not have that one. So, we're using this.
is there a hit enter button or just you finish writing names and that's it?
As long
Yeah,
as
there's
you've
no, like,
imported the
apply button.
XML from the list and you've clicked on the one that's you, it should be correct.
I want to make sure their name is spelled right. I think it is.
So first is the one that goes by the late boulder, and then second is in the middle, and then first is by Titan.
First is the
Or
closest
third.
to Titan, second is in the middle, third is the furthest from Titan.
Okay, gotcha. So third is by Titan.
Third is furthest from Titan.
Okay. That's the opposite of how PF does it.
One is the
PF
closest, third is the
yeah.
furthest.
Yeah.
Okay. It sounds like people have that set up. If you need a minute, still let me know. If not, I will talk about Titan, I guess. So, Titan shows up, everyone stay at the wall, because it's proximity damage. People did good there. by damage. And then there will be landslides. These are awoken landslides, which means that first he will do normal landslides, then he will do landslides between the landslides he did. So you dodge the first ones, wait for them to go off, and then dodge into them to dodge the second ones. Do not try and keep melee uptime unless you're very comfortable with it. Safety gaming is good. You can just go far away and step into them. If you stay close to the boss and step into them, unless you know the uptime spots, you'll probably die. See. There'll be some more way to the lands. Any of the melees will just move straight through the boss to dodge those, and then to the side again. Casters can go backwards so that you can stop moving if you don't have another one on you. Either way, just dodge them. And then boss will go center, do another set of awoken landslides. Actually, it's the first set of awoken. Boss will go center, do awoken landslides, and then jump to another cardinal. Same thing as before. We'll go as far away from it as we can. And then one of the healers will get a jail. We'll all hit the healer jail down till it's dead. Do some more landslides. Do some more AoEs. Etc. We're probably going to wipe to gals a whole lot. So I'll leave it at that for now. Questions, comments, concerns? Perfect. Damn, you're crying. Imagine when Crusader makes you do ooh and do call-outs against your will. You hate to see it. Stay away from side, towards D. Nice. Moving to D. Go ahead and AoE. Watch Spiny. Died too early. Wipe. Be careful with your AoEs, because if we kill the Spiny before it gives Frawley 2 stacks, then we cannot continue. Stay a little towards D. Go ahead and AoE. Watch Spine yourself. Move. Kill it. Everyone in. Frawley in. Melee's out. Everyone out. First cleanse. Second cleanse. Move. Move. I'm going to A Frawley. We'll run on 1. Move. You can AoE. Grab tethers. Move. Kill Garuda. You can see the puddle there. Pop sprint. A or C? A. The aggro. Knockback immune. Ready for baits. Searing Wind. And kill the back ones. And front ones. Boss between A and B. Faders to C. Searing Wind, Cherry. Up sprint. Here. And moving 1. That's my bad. But it's okay. Stay behind the boss. We are dead. Stay a little towards D. Moving to D. No! An AoE. Move, kill Spiny. Everyone in. Crawley in. Melee's out. Everyone out. First cleanse. Second cleanse. Move. Move. I'm going to D for Ollie. Everyone on one. Move. AoE the plumes. Move. Make sure the satin dies. Pop sprint. Look for effort. Cherry, remember the thing. B or D. B. Knockback immune. Moving to close nails. Start killing the back ones. Very nice. Vaders to B, boss between A and D. Searing Wind Crusader. Breath. We're gonna adjust one, and then we'll be moving once. Move. Stay here. Stay away from the front of the boss. And kill it. Everyone to the wall. To the wall. You're to see the puddles right there. And stay behind the boss. Dodge wave to the land. Move again. To A. Everyone to A. Back in. Gowl soon. To the right.
Sure.
Try and do your gowls. Alright, now we die. Stay a little towards D. Go ahead and AoE. Watch Spiny. Kill it now. Everyone in. Crawley in. Melee's out. Everyone out. First cleanse. Second cleanse. Move. Move. I'm going to A Frawley.
You're going to A?
Yeah.
You...
Move.
Whatever.
What did I say? What?
I haven't done this with you taking it that close.
Oh, you want me to put it further?
I mean,
Yeah, wipe
the
it.
circle is covering up in D.
Okay, I'll put it further.
I mean, if that, I don't know, can you do it there?
Yeah. You don't have to be like directly at D, right? You can be a little bit step next to it. It's kind of wide.
Okay, we can try again.
If you want me to put it further, it should be fine. Stay a little towards D. Go ahead and AoE. Move. Still Spiny. Everyone in. Crawley in. Melee's out. Everyone out. First cleanse. Second cleanse. Move. Move. I'm going to D. Move. AoE the plumes. Move. Make sure the satin dies. Sprint, look for effort. B or D. D. Knockback immune. Males are spawned. Hit back nails. Very nice. Vaders to B, boss between A and D. Searing wind. We're gonna adjust once. We're gonna move twice. Move. Stay away from the boss. Everyone to the wall. Go ahead and grab the thing. And the box. Move. Move again. A, everyone to A. Right side.
Second.
Dodge landslide. Make sure you are in the center of the marker. I have very little useful to say there because I have almost never done it. But try and make sure you put yourself right in the center of the marker with your gal, otherwise that might happen.
That's where like the number 3 gal should be aiming at to like start the chain reaction.
Yeah, so for whichever one you have, right, you always just want to be exactly in the middle of the marker that corresponds to it. So if Titan's north, then 3 would want to be right in the center of C.
Okay, so that's what. So these markers will always be for the gals then.
Yes,
pretty
right. It
nice.
might be B1D, it might be A1C, right? Because he can be at any part of the arena, but
Okay.
they'll always correspond to a line of markers here. A little towards D. Go ahead and AoE. Move. Feel spiny. Everyone in. Raleigh in. Melee is out. Make sure you guys still stay stacked up. Everyone out. First cleanse. Second cleanse. Move. I'll go to D for Ollie. Move. AoE the plumes. Move. Look for effort, top sprint. B or D. D. Off back immune. And start on the back nails. Front ones. Very nice. Boss on CD, baiters to A. Searing wind. Searing wind on cherry. We're adjusting once and we'll be moving twice. Move. Everyone to the wall. Behind the boss. Move. Move again. C, everyone to C. Right side. Sprint if you need it. Dodge landslide. Dodge second landslide. And we went. June, double check that you have yourself selected on the thing. Alright, that's the only thing I know about troubleshooting this, so you're gonna have to ask Frawley or something. Also, I go bathroom.
There's something to test it, right? Let me see if I can find it. Do you have the macro to test it? Does it do anything? Yeah, I'll post it in general too. Maybe somebody died? Did you have the thing normally? Nobody died? If it's making sound with the macro, that it should work, and that's like the test.
I'm back.
Is everyone's name spelled right?
Okay, that's good. Are we like taking a break at some point, by the way? Or we're just raiding 3 hours. Okay. Alright. Fanty. Stay towards D. Go ahead and AoE. Watch Spiny. Move. Kill it. Everyone in. Crawley in. Melee's out. Everyone out. First cleanse. Second cleanse. Move. Move. I'm going C. Move. Aeon plumes. Move. Pop sprint, look for Ifrit. A or C. A. Knock back immune.
That was the first breath.
Did you use a Heart of Stone?
Nope.
Use Heart of Stone. Yeah. I mean, you can use all of it if you want, but at least use your short cooldown.
Oh, that's fine. Because EDC.
Crusader is dead.
Rip and pepperoni. Crusader.
We could do a break right now. We could,
I mean, he
read
said we're
things through.
going till 9 anyway, so
Is that in
Yeah.
5 minutes?
It is
Just
in
a
5
10-minute break
minutes.
until raid's over.
Oh, call here then. You don't think so?
Oh, he's back.
Oh, he's back.
Welcome back, Crusader.
All right, never mind.
Okay, well, guess we get one more poll. Stay towards D. Go ahead and AoE. Move. Make sure the satin dies. Everyone in. Crawley in. Melee's out. Everyone out. Second cleanse. Move. Move. I'm going to D. Everyone on 1. Move. AoE. Move. Please nobody start doing more damage. I don't want to figure out how to early wake. Pop sprint, look for Ifrit. B or D. D. Knockback immune. Start on the back nails. Second one. Third one. Cross between A and B, baiters to C. Searing Wind. Up sprint. We're gonna adjust. We'll be moving once. Watch boss. And kill it. Everyone to the wall. Move. Move. To A. Side. Sprint if you need it. Dodge landslides. Aurelius is your reprisal. A good attempt. Since it is our last poll, I suppose we could keep going if people would like to. Oh, never mind. Almost. Alright, I don't know if it's my job to say inspiring things at the end of raid or something, but I don't have any. So, I assume that if Crusader has things to say, he will say them.
Yeah, not bad first day. You know, people. If you came studied, that's good. If you didn't, that's fine. Didn't expect you to. So as you saw, Gaul is one of the biggest gatekeeper, mainly because that is the biggest